Hello Gemini, welcome to this reading. My name is Zane and we are going to be taking a look at the career and financial energy for the sign of Gemini for the month of March. Now Gemini, do keep in mind that this is a general reading, so take the messages as they resonate, drop the ones that do not, and also check out your sun, moon, and rising signs. Now Gemini, I do not offer personal readings, so if you get a message from someone, that is not me, that's someone impersonating me. Please do keep that in mind. Please do not get scammed. I also only have one Instagram. It's linked in the description below. So if you get a follow from someone else, that's not me, most likely. So just understand that I have one Instagram. And if you want to follow me there, make sure you use the link in the description below. But with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this reading. Now, if you watch my content regularly and you've not yet hit the subscribe button, please do consider doing that. Really helps my channel grow in a big way. Same is true if this is just the first time that you are watching me. All right. Let me make sure everything is in view, and then we'll get right into it for you. All right, that looks good enough to me. We'll put this right here. All right. So Gemini, some of you may be self-employed. Some of you may be thinking about starting a new side hustle, starting a side hustle generally. Some of you may be, there may be something here where in this month, anxieties and fears around your career begin to dissolve. I do feel like saying that because I don't read reversals, but this Nine of Swords came out reversed. I sometimes just I try to take in all meanings of the cards, but this one came in reversed and it just felt like I needed to read it that way. So I'll get into that more as we go along. But you have this King of Wands here in the middle. Now remember, you can take on the quality of any card, does not matter what gender you are. And this King of Wands is the classic entrepreneur in the tarot. And so this is where I'm getting this energy of you maybe starting something. You could even be looking to form a partnership with someone, learn under someone. Some of you may be like trying to figure out like, how can I make it work? Am I going to be able to like make the money side of it work? You know, will I get customers? Will I get clients? Some of you may be thinking about that at this time. And I think those are like logical things reasonable things to think about. Like when you're deciding if you want to go self-employed. If you work for somebody, if you work for an organization or you work for somebody, you know, the King of Wands never stays in a dead-end job, all right? They will always have opportunities because the King of the Wands, as you see this star here on the throne, is the star of the show, all right? And they are oftentimes the most passionate person in the room and many times the most talented person in the room. And so they'll never stay in a job that they don't like. They'll always be able to go find something new. And so some of you may really resonate with that. Now, in the past here, you have the Two of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So Two of Cups in a business reading or a financial career reading is a literal business partnership. Okay, this talks about your standing with other people, your ability to create partnerships, form partnerships, work together with others. You know, some of you may have somebody you're looking to go into business with. It could also just represent general harmony here in your career. At this time, you know, you might have somebody who's like in your corner. They could be an air sign. You do have this, you're an air sign, of course, but you do have this Knight of Swords paired with it. Any court card could be a person in the tarot. And so that's why I'm saying like maybe they have those qualities or they're a good communicator or you are. The Knight of Swords, though, in and of itself, will talk about maybe your need to seize the day or take advantage of opportunities that are available to you. Knight of Swords says really take action and go for something at this time. On the other end of it, it can say like be careful of making impulsive decisions, right? And so it does say like act, but also don't be impulsive. It's kind of an interesting message. It's kind of you have to kind of take it with a grain of salt and compare it to your situation. It can mean both things, but it can also say that you're an incredibly sharp communicator. You're intelligent, you're quick-witted. And so in the future, you have the Nine of Swords and the Two of Pentacles. So I felt like this Nine of Swords was to me more about you releasing some stress and anxiety around your career situation. Okay. And like the end of fearing something, the end of, being fearful of how a money situation is going to work out. Some of you here in the past maybe have had, issues, stresses, anxieties around keeping all the plates in the air here, as you have this Two of Pentacles, which can indicate money going in either direction, either coming in or going out. Some of you maybe, I feel like the end of that is, or this month could be the end of that, or it could be like some temporary relief, or something with your money situation where you're like, this is finally, like, I finally know where I stand with your money situation. And I also think that if you are self-employed, or you're looking to be self-employed, it's like, it's interesting because on the ends here we have these twos, and it's almost like for some of you, I feel like you're going to go for it without really needing to have everything planned out. And so that's the other thing that I'm kind of picking up on here. But let's go ahead and see what we get. Let's continue up the pyramid. So you have the Nine of Cups, you have the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Cups, and the Two of Wands. So we have all these cups energies. So cups are emotions, feelings, joy, creativity, love, all of those sorts of things. And so when you get cups in a career reading or a financial reading, I typically like to say it can be relating to the creative side of yourself, or creativity in general. It can also say that mixing emotions and money is a very challenging thing, right? It's very hard because money doesn't have emotions, right? And so it's hard when you kind of wrap those two things up together. But I really like what I see here, because you have this Nine of Cups, which the Nine of Cups represents the fulfillment of a wish. You can see this person here is holding up their cup. Presumably there are people coming into their pub, into their small business, and this is making them very happy. All of these cups here are full. They're upright. They are standing up, and it is a signal that things could be going well for you. And this can represent a dream, a wish, but can also say that you may want to take advantage of the luxuries or the pleasures that are available to you in life at this time. The Queen of Cups can be somebody who is maybe in the helping professions. Some of you may be working with your hands, like maybe doing massage therapy, or I don't know why I'm feeling that, or like Reiki, Qigong, Tai Chi, yoga. Some of you may be doing work like that, alternative work. You could also maybe be a therapist, or some type of therapist, maybe a social worker when you have this, or you may be doing something that's like in close proximity to those areas. Not everybody will be, but the Queen of Cups, if that's not resonating, it can tell you to really trust your gut, trust your intuition. It could also be a trusted friend or ally in your life. You have this Eight of Cups as well, which represents walking away from a disappointing situation. So I love this because the Eight of Cups person, they're looking out to the horizon and they're saying, I'm about to embark on the journey towards the Nine of Cups. And so what I really like here is, for some of you, you know what the wish is for you. Like you've thrown a wish out to the universe, and now it's a matter of just walking there. With this Eight of Cups energy. And take a look at this. You can see this person here is also sort of about to go on a journey. With the Two of Wands, this person is at a fork in the road. They're trying to decide which path is best for them. I think, this is associated with research planning, discovery, development, things along those lines. But I get the sense that you kind of already know where you want to go. And I don't feel like it will be hard for you to pick a path, although you do have this other energy here with the Two of Pentacles of like weighing options. So I think it really depends on what situation you find yourself in. Let's continue up the pyramid here. You have the Five of Pentacles, you have the Star, very, very nice, love to see that, and very nice, the Knight of Cups. So double knights in the tarot. You have the Knight of Swords, you now have the Knight of Cups. That always to me, that always says that you're going to have a busy period of time in your life. Knights can represent events in your life, and so a lot of events happening, right? In the past, some of you have, like I said, I think, not everybody, but I do feel like many of you who are here you've had stress, fear, anxiety around money. I mean, that's like a human thing. Many people do in this lifetime. I know I certainly have in the past. And, I feel like this Five of Pentacles is showing up as the former you. Okay. I think some of you are looking to release the stress, the anxiety, the fear around money, around trying to get your needs met. And you're figuring out which path you can take that will help you in that, in letting go and dissolving those fears around your abundance here, because the Five of Pentacles is scarcity, right? And so I would say do these things where you are embracing happiness. You have this Nine of Cups, which is the wish card. You have the biggest wish card, the other biggest wish card here with the star. This represents a wish being granted to you. And it can also say that you are attaining clarity, you are attaining understanding. This can represent synchronicities, healing as well. The person on the card is in healing waters of renewal. And the other thing with this star is that it can say that you might be in the starlight. You might be in the spotlight at this time. So if you're looking to start a social media account, if you're looking to put yourself out there in some ways, having this right in the middle of the pyramid for me is a good sign, especially as you have this this King of Wands. Knight of Cups, some sort of happy arrival coming into your life. Yeah, take a look. So you have this Four of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. Love that for you. So, you have a lot of prospects. The Page of Wands says that your prospects are looking good at this time in your life. The Four of Wands represents stability, structure, routine. It can also say that you have a firm foundation. This is a card of marriage, but in just a general sense, it can say that you're leaning on your foundations and your achievements. Can also represent a new start happening in your life, especially when paired with a page, especially this Page of Pentacles, which is really the one you want to see in a financial and career situation. The Page of Pentacles, not only does it say that your prospects are looking good, but there may just be good news being delivered to you at this time. And I would also say happy news because of all of these amazing Cups cards with the 9, the Knight, you walking away, the Star, being in the spotlight, being in the starlight. The Page of Pentacles might also say that you are taking a studious or academic approach to life. Some of you may be picking up a new skill that may increase your money that you earn. Let's see what's at the top of the pyramid here. And wow, Gemini, Empress. So the Empress is the most abundant card to find in the tarot. The Empress is fertility and prosperity. It says that you are resourceful. You have an abundance of everything that you could need. It's Venus energy. Venus is the planet of luxury, of love, beauty, and desirability, but it is also about luxury and wealth and money. And so it says that you're fertile with ideas, with the ability to start something. I mean, take a look right down the middle here of this pyramid. You have the King of Wands, the Star, and the Empress. Abundantly being in the starlight or in the spotlight. Especially with that King of Wands, this could be around a side hustle or a career venture. Yeah, and you have the Justice card here. At the end of the day, you will get the outcome you deserve. You have good karma around you and this situation. And I think some of you are really releasing anxieties and fears around money. And I think this will enable you to potentially start something as well. So I love this reading for you. Thank you so much for being here. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe. Feel free to sign up for my email list. There's a link to that in the description below. I'll see you in the next reading.